So while shopping I bought a whole thing of limes because I go through a lot of limes and lemons on my day-to-day cooking. And I mean, I could have also bought a whole thing of lemons, but I mean, like, those limes are first of all seedless and super soft, so a lot of juice comes out of them, and so yeah. And I've decided today to make chunked limes and salted limes, because we always hear of salted lemons but never of salted limes, so it has to work, I guess. And of course, it's never a video of mine if something doesn't go wrong, so I realized that my small jar is not big enough to fit the amounts of limes that I had, so I had to change containers. And I had to, as always, put the same amount of fruit I have as the same amount of sugar. And yeah, maybe diabetes and all, but some sugar will stay undissolved on the bottom, so that's not a problem, and that can literally just be filtered out. And this is also a way of trying to extract the juice out of the limes and the lime rind to be able to have kind of the flavor of both of them. And I'll leave it for a couple of days outside for the sugar to dissolve, and then put it in the fridge so that it doesn't ferment. Small cleanup, and we'll start with the salted limes. So salted limes is also a way of fermenting lemons or limes, but just in its own juice without adding water. And so the correct way, or the traditional way of making salted limes or lemons, is cutting them down but not all the way through, and then just putting salt in between the cuts we just made and putting it in a jar. And of course, something had to go wrong and the lime did not fit in the jar, and somehow it fit after pressing the hell out of it. So I decided afterwards to just cut the limes through so that I can also have them in manageable sizes after they're done afterwards. And with this type of fermentation we don't have to use any salt percentage or whatever, because the limes are super acidic and the acidity will break through the salty flavor, so it will kind of be balanced. And the salt will also help softening the rinds of the limes so that you can also use it in salads or cooking or whatever. And fermentation is usually a way of preserving fruits and vegetables, so kind of saving it for later and also extracting more juice, more lime juice out of the limes. And time-wise, I'll give it a month, maybe a month and a half, until everything is soft and extracted. And until then, I would have thought of something to use it for. And to the fermentation station it goes.